OJs, because that's symbolic of what we're going to be talking about, this money, money, money. And Tyrone Mitchell, as I gave you his pedigree earlier, he's a financial advisor, a wealth advisor. He's trained in financial risk management, life insurance, and a plethora of other financial economic things. I had to reach out to him because we have to get an understanding of the future of currency and also a brief history of where we come from with currency in the United States and how that affects the economy and everything. With all that being said, Mr. Tyrone S. Mitchell, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, my brother. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm feeling very enthusiastic. We had spoke earlier in the week, and you really blew my mind with a lot of history and just concepts that I think we probably need to think about. So I'm glad to just have you here talking with us.
Well, I think when you and I get to talking, we need to record it because there's a lot of information that we shared the other night. I don't think we're going to have enough time to get in today, but we're going to do our best.
All right, no problem at all. And the thing is, you and I, we can talk all day and then we'll mess around and lose time. So I want to make sure before any of that even happens, how can people get in contact with you?
Oh, man.
What's your contact info?
Well, the best thing to do, first of all, if you listen to the Dr. Swygert at 8 o'clock, all you have to do is just tune in at 6 o'clock. I run the 6 o'clock program, Power Over Tomorrow. From there, you can get in contact with me on my website at tsmitchell.com. Of course, that's tsmitchell.com. You can sign up for our financial newsletters that we produce, videos, each and every month. Along with that, you can download our financial app. It's a free financial app that we make available to everyone. By going onto the website, you can download it to your smartphone, and from there, you can shoot us an email. But most importantly, just reach out to us by just giving us a call at 803-348-4483.
All right, everybody, you heard that. All right, so let's jump into it. Now, Brother Mitchell, got some questions for you. I go to CVS. Sometimes I'll go to Rite Aid. I may go to Giants, it's a grocery store. And, in these different marketplaces, I'm seeing signs like chip only and credit card only, debit, credit, and EBT only. I'm on the internet. I'm seeing articles like, Bitcoin is set to rise, Bitcoin this and cryptocurrency that. Are we ultimately moving to a cashless society? What's your take on that?
To some degree, we are already there. We are seeing points where money is not even necessary. I remember the days when I was growing up. The old term that calls, that says when you drop a dime. And I asked a young man one time, I said, what do you think that term came from? He said, I don't know. I said, the term drop a dime was when we would keep a dime in our pocket because in case of an emergency, it cost a dime to make a phone call. And there were public, there were telephone booths on every corner. And so if something came up, that's how we did it. We we put a dime in the phone and we called for help or we called somebody to talk to them. And then by the time the 80s and 90s came around, they went from a dime to 25 cents. And now that we're in this new millennium, at this point, it's cell phones. So you don't see the aspects of telephone booths anymore. So that simple illustration just showed you how we went from carrying currency in our pocket just to make a phone call to where we don't even need phone booths to say anymore. And this thing that we have called the smartphone, it is geared to be the go-to mechanisms for basically everything that we want to do. Our contacts, they are small microchips and computers that are inside. When we go to our CVS's, when we go to our Starbucks, when we go to these places, we are often encouraged. We are often encouraged not to use cash, but to place our phone so it can be scanned and money transfers directly to their account. So a cashless society is already here. But we're just seeing it. We may not be hit with the full tidal wave of it, but the tide is rising. The tide is getting higher. And these things that you would, like we talked about a little bit more about cryptocurrency, that stuff is starting to change on certain markets. So when money is being made, let me correct that. When the value of something is being made, that's when it drives greater interest. And that's what we're hearing about this bitcoins and cryptocurrency. It's a value that folks are placing on it that makes it act as if it's currency.
Now, interesting. Another thing when we were talking earlier, sometimes Hollywood has a way of throwing the curveballs and giving you the heads up before things are actually ushered in over the horizon. And, there's like a lot of dystopian films. One film that I like in particular that I was telling you about is this movie called In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't use cash money. They were using time. So it was like, whereas, you have a dime, a nickel, a penny, a dollar bill, $5, $10, you use time, depending on how much time you had, depending on how wealthy you are. So, like, when you have the rich 1%, they would have, like, centuries